White House cargo plane crashes into a desolate Wyoming mountainside. All on board are presumed dead. On the eve of his 50th birthday, President Clinton throws himself into the campaign, while the Republican ticket stages city-to-city rallies. And what are these people doing? The low-ride fever that's sweeping Japan.
From ABC, this is World News Sunday. Here's Carole Simpson.
Good evening. There is no sign tonight of survivors from the White House transport plane that crashed into a remote mountainous region in Wyoming last night. Officials say they have not given up hope, but because the plane exploded into flames as it hit the mountain, they have little reason to believe any of the 9 people aboard are still alive. Here's ABC's Jerry King.
It was airborne only a few minutes when, according to one official, there was mechanical trouble. Then the Air Force C-130 slammed into the side of a Wyoming mountain called the Sleeping Indian. The aircraft had a full load of fuel.
We all turned around and saw this, sort of the remnants of the big ball of fire go up.
Officials said the remote, rugged terrain delayed confirmation that all on board, 8 Air Force members and a Secret Service employee, had died.
It's a very rugged, rough, inaccessible site, and it's making it difficult for the teams that are working the area.
The crash came hours after the first family returned to the White House from a 9-day vacation in Jackson Hole.
This is especially painful to us because they worked for me. They did an invaluable service, and I'm very, very sad about it.
The plane was based at Dyess Air Force Base in Texas. The C-130 Hercules is a workhorse, one of the world's most popular cargo and troop carriers, and one of its safest. When the president travels, as he did to New York City today, C-130s transport security vehicles and other logistical equipment that goes with him. The plane that crashed last night in Wyoming was on its way to New York, but it did not carry the presidential limo nor the so-called war wagon that accompanies the chief executive. A spokesman tells me there was nothing secretive nor sensitive on board. Jerry King, ABC News, the White House.
With President Clinton in New York today for a major fundraiser, the presidential race is picking up steam. Bob Dole and Jack Kemp carried their convention momentum today into key states that hold fond memories of Kemp's football days. And as the Democratic convention approaches, the president got some momentum of his own. We have 2 reports tonight, the first from ABC's Ann Compton, traveling with the president.
Happy birthday, Mr. President!
Today is a landmark for Bill Clinton. It's not just the eve of his 50th birthday, which he is celebrating with thousands of supporters in New York, but it is his first public shot at the new Dole-Kemp ticket.
They fought us on the things that we tried to do that have made a difference for America. The results are in. We're better off than we were. We need to keep going where we're going, not take a great U-turn and go back in the other direction.
This high-visibility campaigning comes as the president braces for more opinion polls, giving Republicans a bump. One poll to be published tomorrow in Newsweek magazine shows the new Republican ticket closing from 20 points behind to as close as 2 or 3. But Clinton advisors are counter-programming with a heavy week of campaigning for the incumbent president, often using the White House Rose Garden as a backdrop.
This week, the president's going to come right back. He's going to sign a minimum wage increase into law. He's going to sign the Kennedy-Kassebaum Health Care Act into law. Then we have our convention, where he's going to lay out his vision for America as we head into the next century, and I think we'll get a lot of it back.
In contrast to all the harsh talk about the Clintons at the Republican convention, Democrats say they're going to try a different tack. They want to set a campaign tone that is more upbeat, more positive.
In Chicago today, the Democratic convention podium was unveiled, and from it, President Clinton will be delivering an acceptance speech designed to sound more like a State of the Union address for a second term. Ann Compton, ABC News, with the Clinton campaign in New York.
This is Mike Von Fremd with the Dole campaign in Pittsburgh. It was abortion that the Republican team talked about today for the first time since their convention. Jack Kemp defending the party's stand against partial birth abortion.
Wherever you stand on the issue of abortion, listen to this. I can't imagine our nation being that city on a hill if we continue to allow the partial birth abortion tragedy in the United States of America. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it.
In Buffalo this morning, Dole continued the rapid response to Democrats' attacks, not only defending his tax cut plan, but promising to shake up the system.
And we're going to take the field next January, and one of the first things we're going to do, we're going to send the IRS to the showers. We're going to end the IRS as we know it.
This was the biggest crowd since the convention. Buffalo turned out to see its old quarterback.
I'm going to be Bob Dole's blocking back for the next 4 to 8 years.
Kemp still seems a natural on the field, and when he huddled with the old team, the crowd loved it.
As a quarterback, Jack Kemp was traded 6 times. What was a disappointment then is paying dividends now.
They drew another big crowd in Pittsburgh, where Kemp played in 1957. Having Kemp at his side energizes Dole, and the campaign is seriously considering keeping the two together through Labor Day. Mike Bonfremd, ABC News, Pittsburgh.
An official